I'm sorry about the last video, didn't go as planned. I see then I forgot to counter my voice in and was some small mistake, so we're gonna see if we can get it the right way around this time. Just gonna launch with the constructor build already set up without any additional range of the constructor base itself, so you know any base will work. Good, so we're gonna load into my stonewood again, where we're gonna build the base. And actually, just in order for us to build it a bit quicker, I guess we can put in hotfix in order for just to build a bit faster than what else I will have to do. Yeah, there we go. Just a bit faster to build our base. But yeah, now we're coming to the fun part where we're just gonna build the material grinder itself and hope it will work. Just to make sure that my voice is recorded this time, I'm just gonna take a look. And it seems like it is. That is good. Okay. So yeah, I hope we get it right this time around and in the first go, so you don't have to make any tweaks after we build it and can see it, the finished product from the beginning. So this is what we built previously. It's gonna look much like that, but with some small change. Okay, so just let's try find the way up there. We move around to my AFK spot. So first off, we're gonna break the old build, of course, because we need to build it from the scratch. So let's break it, then we should get all the materials that is required, just to make sure it's not connected anywhere, and there we go. Now we have all the mats we are needed and we can start building. Good. We have our ground level and we are gonna build some floors here in order to look out. So to make it easy, we're gonna have these pillars that should hopefully work. I mean, and if we build them above the staircase, it should make it as a connection point as well. Good. That was the first level, and we're gonna make sure we have these on the outside. Don't want to miss them at all. And connect up here. So yeah, I guess it could look a bit better just by building them this way around. It will probably just look a bit better. I think actually it was what I did in my other build, just having them like this. Good. Now the walls, and I just want to build them with windows so it's easier to get out. Upgrade the last bit on the outside from those cones we're gonna place out there. And there we go, and put in the staircase. That's it. And just to cover this up a bit, we're gonna do it like that. Yeah, that is fine. And moving up next door and get this cones in, and there we go, and then the end pieces. Oh, I see we forgot a tile there. Just make sure you use 75 structures in total in order for it to work of each material. That is the most important step to remember. And of course, count how many structures you're using. It's easier to count from the center where you're placing your base. That's why we're not saying the way we are thinking about it right now, and we will get to that later on. Now let's just make sure anything here is connected. Some nicely windows to get access to all the pieces we're gonna place on the outside. Let's see, yeah, we got them all. And then a good nice opening area for a nicer view. Again, style it like you want. This is just how I like to style it personally. Then we're gonna go. Actually, we have already used our metal structures we need, so we're gonna swap over to the break. That way we know, then we are done. I just kinda like it like this, but last time we saw that for some reason it seems to have some issue with this build. Doesn't really make sense. Let's just see if we can get it to work this time around, because it should work. Okay, and almost done. Just then you have done it, make sure then you're placing the roof above, you're having some nice even squares, so anything has its tile. Then you can move on for the exit. Just making sure I didn't forget any structures underneath us, it doesn't seem like it. Then we go to this roof above. There you are gonna place your bases. Actually, we can mark that now. So this is gonna be the centerpiece they all have to connect to. There's gonna be the connection through the whole build to get anything covered by your base. See if I am not mistaken, this should be the floor you're gonna have your bases on. And then just gonna make another tile here. And now you can start counting the amount of tile it takes to cover it. So you can say all 4 bases can reach this tile in one base tile. And then if you just say one direction, then see this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then this is 4 and 4 as well. And this, if you edit this way around, will also be tile number 4, meaning they would all connect to that, no matter which position you're placing it in. Now let's just put in this tile, and it is the same principle. You can count yourself if you want, and a test afterwards should showcase if it's working or not. Hopefully it does, so we don't have to make some adjustments later on. We don't want to do that, we want it working in first try. There we go, we have it nice covered up, this floor. And make sure this tile that you stack this up is not like this, because then you don't have it connected to this tile. Make sure it's only one corner, so it still connects to the tile behind. Otherwise you would have some issues with the bases. Over here is not gonna connect to this tile, and you're not getting all the materials out of your base. You don't want that, so make sure it is edited that way. Alright, now just gonna build the room where we're gonna stand in with our constructor bases. I just like it to be a little closed room where they can go in and place them down. Also this way you can close it off. So if you want all players to be on your base and not move around anything else and destroying your build in your run, this is also a way you can do that. So let's see, we're still missing 5 structures in order for this to be perfect. I guess we're just gonna do this as roof, and there we go. Now we have all 75 brick pieces as well in the right radius of the bases. We can actually, let's just now try take a look down here, because you know this is a first tile, so they will go into this as count as tile number 1, or each will have each of the pillow to go down, so this is tile number 1 and this can count as tile number 2 and so on. Meaning, so this is tile 2 and this is tile number 3 and this is tile number 4, meaning they should all cover this bottom piece as well. So all that is looking good. We can go up again and see. So if we go count, like just take this for let's do this for the best example, I think. So we can say here we have tile number 1 is this pillow down here, then 2, 3 and 4 out there. Of course the roof here can count the roof, so you don't have to connect to that from the same tile. Just make sure that is that. So 1 tile, 2 tiles, oh actually 1 tile, sorry about that. Then this is tile number 2. We can go down another layer and see, this should be tile number 3 we have over there, and because this is a cone, it should connect to the corner over there as tile number 3 without moving around again, and having this as tile number 4, meaning it's all connecting, and it should be the same, just in another horizontal with the other bases. So now we're just gonna go to our wood structures and hope that is gonna work, and just place down in the way you want to style it. Just make sure it's all connected in the 4 tile radius of all of the construction bases, so no one is missing out. That is the most important thing you're gonna to measure in this build. And then going around on the outside here and placing down these lovely cones and moving up here. Remember, you cannot place them here anymore because that is too far from the base. And again, then you move up, you of course use some tile to go up, so you have to move 1 further, or 1 less, I mean out, so you can go as far as up underneath. Meaning this is the amount you can go out. This is also why I like this, so you know when you have reached it, so you don't by accident move out too far. And let's just make the lovely middle here. There we go. Put down our lovely cones again. Actually, let's just take that in the next round around. It's probably a bit easier, so we don't have to edit every single time, and just do it once. There we go. Again, you can place some tiles on here. I just wanted to be like a bubble, so we're gonna do the roof as well. And we're gonna go up. Here we can place a nice little airdrop on the top, just because it is nice. So actually, nah, let's just not do that. Let's focusing on getting the airdrop on a lower floor, because it's just, there's no reason to go to the top in order to place this airdrop. There you see, we have all the tiles we are needing. I guess we can, Oh, actually, we have not placed all the structures yet. It's just me getting ahead of myself right now. So let's just finish off down here. Then we should have more than enough time in order to finish. So these cones around here, make sure you don't edit up the connection to these tiles here, because then you don't have it inside the right radius of these. So you can have it edited like this or not edit at all. If you do anything else like this and this, it would not be connected in the radius of the bases. So make sure you don't do that. Okay, seems like we placed down a structure more than we was actually needed at the moment. Let's just see if we can, so yeah. For easy access to some airdrops, we're just gonna remove these 4 tiles, and you can use them as lookout as well for the base. I guess that will be a nice look as well. So yeah, now we just have to go up and place the rest of the tile. There should be enough structures around here in order to do so. Yeah, you see we have placed down a structure too much now. So let's see what structure we're gonna remove. I feel like we're gonna remove the top one, so it's gonna look like this. Now you see we have used 75 structures of each material. Then you look on our amount of materials we have left, meaning we have used a total of 225 structures that make the whole material grinder. Now, yes, we can place down the banner in here for the middle zone, and we're just gonna go down and upgrade from the bottom and up. Now you're gonna see the nice part about having it open, because you have easy access to this floor from the outside. And because they're on the outside, they don't go in the way on the inside, so we have more space to move it around in here when you would have had otherwise. Just making sure we're getting it all. I guess we're gonna fully upgrade these tiles we're on right now first, because that way it's easier to remember it all and don't forget about anything. Again, you know how many material you have from the beginning will mean you know then you have upgraded it all, because then you can calculate when you have used all the materials. You use 750 first time, then just 1,500 second time, and then 2,250 the third time, meaning you should have 500 material left when you're done, because then you have used a total of 4,500 of each material, and then the build should be done. So let's just go up here and upgrade this floor. Yeah, it's nice when we have that hotfix in order to build a bit quicker, if I'm not mistaken. He helped us doing that. Again, yeah, don't really need access to this area, it's just a nice addition. You can close it up, then you're done. If you don't want to look at it, it's totally up to you what you want it to be styled. This should be anything now, if we are not mistaken. So let's just edit this back to this and go to the next tile. Now, let's just do the same once more. Make sure we have it all covered up and getting anything upgraded. So again, this was the tile we was not sure on was connected last time, so let's just count for safety. So this is tile number 1, this is tile number 2, meaning this cone works as tile number 3, and then 4. So see, that way it's not connecting to this staircases. So the way the staircases must be connected can be, let me see, if we think about it. I guess I don't really like having the staircase needing to go straight through. So if we count here, you see, so we have this as the tile we're connecting from, meaning this is tile number 1, then tile number 2, and the ground under here is tile number 3, and this is tile number 4. So it's not connecting right now to this, and of course we don't want that. So I guess we sadly have to make the pillars like this, otherwise it end up with we don't connect the staircase here and we're gonna run into some issues. This should be connecting down here, and this is connecting as well. So let's get upgrading the rest. See if we are loving how we are making it to look like. I guess we can actually just do it like this. But yeah, again, it's a personal choice how you want to style it. I'm just gonna hold it like this, I think, for now. When we're gonna see if I'm gonna change it up later on. But for now, that's gonna do. So yeah. Again, just figure out what I want it to look like. And I think I can be happy with what it's looking like right now. Just upgrading through my lovely windows. Again, you can edit them away when you're done, because it's not doing anything different from the amount of structures you're covering. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The good thing about having the windows is, of course, you have it as an easy view out on the waves that's going on. But this is not really the floor that's, I mean it is, but you can stay here or you can stay on the floor above in those airdrop zones to make sure your base is doing its job. Let us see, we are getting closer to being done with our metal structures, like you see on the amount of materials we have left. It's getting close to the 500. And make sure you use 75 structures. It's not just about the material you're using amount, it's also what tile they are in when you build. It's also have an impact on how much material you're getting from the structure itself. I think it is you're getting maybe 1 material from tier 1 and you're getting 2 materials from... Nah, I don't really know how it's counted. I can't really remember. I just know when you have tier 3 structures, you only need 75 structures in order to get 150 of each material. That's actually all that matters, because you're gonna fully upgrade it in order to have max efficiency out of it in as small a space as possible. So, there's no reason not fully upgraded. I mean, yes, it might be a bit more expensive in the first place when you might else could have been going away with, but you're gonna get so many mats out of this, it doesn't even matter. Because 150 of each material every single minute is just insane over time, especially if you run with 4 constructors. That way you're gonna get 600 of each material every minute. That is 1,800 materials in total every minute. So that's gonna add up quickly. I think I calculated it once and you are getting... What was it? I think it was 250,000 mats for an entire run in endurance. So yeah, it's 2.5 hours. So it's good. it's a good way amount. So if you think you're getting that 1,800 mats for every hour, then yeah, it's just above 100,000 mats per hour for 4 bases. Meaning that you're in here in an endurance that is 2.5 hours, you're of course getting 250,000 materials. But again, that's split out between 4, so your cost would be a fourth of that, of course.
I would. I can't.
So yeah. If you're just counting the amount of mats you're getting, then you're just gonna get 27,000 every hour. That is also a decent amount. And over time, I mean, you're probably just not gonna use all the mats, so you can focus on getting just some of them and maybe get rid of the rest and maybe give it to some in need. Because this is just gonna help you out a lot. Okay, I see we're missing still one metal piece. You can see that on now. That's left because we should get down to 500 when we were done. So let's just see if we can find the missing piece in order to make the grinder work as smooth as possible. If we're looking through the windows here, it not seems like that is where we are missing a structure. Same goes on this side. What about this side over here? That is fully upgraded as well, and this. So it not seems to be this floor that is missing a tile. Yeah. So if we move up to this floor, it should be in here we're gonna find our missing metal piece. We are forgetting to upgrade that it was. That is why I love to have a count on how many mats I bring, so I know when I'm missing something. Because it's a lot of structures to place and they're so close together, it's easy to overlook a single structure. So make sure you have all connected up. And going around here. You should be close with the brick now, as you can see. Just a few left. Gonna start on upgrading that. That is unfortunately you're gonna die there. Just gonna crawl back up, I guess. That is why the India is a good choice when you are building. It's just making it a bit easier and it would not really fall down. Make sure I'm not collecting that brick. We don't want it to mess up our count. But yeah, just watch out while you're going so you don't fall off the edge like I just did. It can of course happen, so yeah. Just make sure you don't do that.
You're crazy.
Otherwise, you're just gonna spend some extra time like me by getting back on your feet to get continuous in building. Now we have 3 brick structures left. It's probably out under these cones because they're covering them so nicely, so you easily forget they're there and don't upgrade them. There we go. That should be all 3. It's also why we love making these pieces now, because they're covered up by all these 4 structures actually. There's also those on behind, so it's actually 6 structures there helping out hiding those structures. Let's just make a good jump up here so we can get up upgrading. Now it's of course not that big of a deal if we fall because we have both to land on. Still, I prefer to not fall because it's still a bit tricky to get up as a structure. And as you might can hear on my character, I'm just spam clicking upgrade because we want it all to be upgraded, and it's just easier that way. I don't want to just click when I know I'm on it. I'm just spam clicking and spin around so it's faster. So let's see, does it look like we are missing anything here? Yeah, it's in the middle. I usually forget that structure for some reason. So let's jump up. Actually no, let's jump up from this tile. There we go. Go to the top and upgrading all the rest pieces.
I would. I
And you can
can't.
see now we're getting close to having upgraded it all, that we can go down and test the build. That was it. We now have 500 of each material, meaning we have fully upgraded every single structure. Good. If I have made no mistake, we should see around 150 of each material from every place we're gonna place our constructor base. So we're gonna start up the run in order to test now.
Disabled the storm shield, which means there is no barrier between you and the hordes outside.
And of course we can pick up this match now, because now we don't really need them on the ground. We know we have built it all, so now we can just hold all the mats again. That's fine.
Prepare for an attack from the east.
Yeah. Now we're just gonna go in here and we're gonna place our base down on the first spot here. Test this tile out. Can place the centerpiece here, and while the rest, the centerpiece is of course more center and easier to cover it all. But like you see, the top look fine, it all look covered by the base, and it's a twist away from the stairs. There is the trickiest part to cover. We go down, look, it all look covered by the constructor base. The same for this tile. And here, it seems like we're not covering this. It's most likely just a glitch, let's hope so. Because this is a direct route from the tile above. And that is one tile, meaning this is tile number 2. Meaning that down there is tile number 3. That is connected directly to this, so it should cover it and be just a visually glitch we're seeing here. As I hope it's a visually glitch and covering it. Might be a little mistake, but time will tell. Yeah, so there you see there's a small error on the build. Let's just go down and see if we can see it. My best guess is we're just gonna change these cones up to look like this. I know it's not looking as nice as the rest, but it should make it so the staircase will be covered. Now you definitely see the floor I'm standing on is covered by the base, and hopefully the staircase will follow in any moment. Because, yeah. Let's just take a quick look. Go in here. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's go up and see. Are they giving us any mats? Yeah, now you see we're getting all the mats. Let's move it to the next spot. Right here, and mark this base as loose, because with the small tweak down at the bottom, we know that it was now working. Again, it's just to make sure it's all connected. I mean, I guess this tile is needed in order to connect to the staircase and the bottom floor. We have to make sure it's connected directly. So yeah, it's sadly, unfortunately, we need to do that, but well, you can't get anything. Just be a bit more careful now when you jump up, that you are getting up there. Because now you see when we're gonna jump up, that cone might get in the way when we try and jump in. But again, if you're careful, you can easily make it still. So, that is all they had to change. This should have made us a match now. You see it's 150 as well. We move it to the next tile and mark this, so you see that work as well. Meaning now we have those two tiles. That is working. And is now testing tile number 3. So yeah. And yeah, the reason this was not working is because then this is a pillar instead. It's connecting through the ground floor here, and it's not connected to this staircase right here. as it is, then it built this way around, meaning it had to cross
Scratched another
here
one.
before it can hit this tile. And this tile is every, so it's not even directly connected. I mean, if it was that, then it would be no biggie, because this count as same tile as this and connected the other way around. So yeah, just need to make sure one of those tiles are doing the job, and we're gonna do it with those. So I guess we have given it around a minute now, so we can get up and collect the material. See, that is 150 as well. Move it to the next spot and mark this as loot, so that is working too. Meaning now we have tested 3 of the 4 spots. Again, there's the 5th in here if you want, and don't want to make that change for the staircase. It's mostly because we tested the one that was furthest away. It was an issue. If not, we can place the 4th base down here and don't have to edit that down there, I think. You can try it out, see what you want, but this is an example that will work. And you can make some change to your own if you want it to look a bit different. And just do a test like this to see that it's working. I guess we can make some small addition in the video when we're done to make sure you don't have to wait as long to see. But yeah, there you go. You see this is working as well. We can test the middle floor now, just to show you that it also works. But of course it should work because it's just more centered in the middle here. And you can go out to this spot here in your base and just use them as a good view over your whole base and see what is going on. Also, it is why I love having this weapon on me. You can see all the husk that's attacking, and this to move a bit quicker around if needed, and this to be able to tank some damage. Again, you can see I also love having this on. That is because with those here, we can go down and place one right next to our storage system right here. Meaning we don't have to use a lot of time going down, put up mats in, and we just go right there. See, we can collect this now as well and see that was working. So, and then I guess we want to test this piece again, just because it didn't got a test earlier, I think. Let's mark as loot as well. Now you can see I didn't change anything when I was going like previously, because we was testing this if it's there where I make some small changing on the bottom floor, and it was going, but should work as well. So now then you go down, you should see anything here should be covered. It covered the ground floor, and the staircase is just not showing up, because this is the connection that is closest to and count as tile number 3 and connecting to the ground as tile number 4, and the ground tile should be connected with this tile as connecting to this as well, meaning this should be connected and just not for some reason want to show up. So then we go up. I hope we're gonna see 150 of each material here in a moment. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, we have the banner, so you could spawn up here if you're gonna die. I mean, if you're gonna do it for the mats, you can use the teleporter to make easy access to your base and just go out here and make some airdrops dropping down. And you can see we can just stay in here and look on all the zombies attacking the base, no big deal. And in the loadout, like you see, nothing that improve our base in its range. And we have trap duration, because then it's easy to make 50 waves for you. In endurance, where it is your best setup by using this build. It is where you're getting the most mats, and you can run it many times to get many mats. Hope you enjoyed the video. That was it for this time, and have a nice day. So, goodbye. And enjoy building your own base, then you are getting to build your own. Bye bye.